reading, right?
Hello, Vikings. Woo! Welcome, 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 everyone. Viking alum, Viking friends, Viking community. My name is LaToya Turner. I am the chairwoman of our Everett Sports Hall of Fame committee, and we welcome you to our 2025 sports induction ceremony. Today, I will be emceeing, joined by Randall Hester, class of 1983.
Woo! Go 82.
So this year's theme is defining moments, lasting character. Every athlete's journey is marked by defining moments, the split second when determination overtakes doubt, the quiet hours of practice when no one is watching, the unshakable decision to rise after the setback. These are the moments that shape not only champions, but people of character. The Hall of Fame honors those whose accomplishments remind us that true greatness extends beyond the scoreboard. It lives in the sprinter who leads with courage, the distance runner who perseveres through fatigue, the teammate who puts the group above themselves, the coach who pours into the next generation, and the team that achieves together what none could do alone. These legacies tell us that the essence of sport is not simply in breaking records or winning games, but in building strength of character, discipline, resilience, integrity, and unity that last a lifetime. Today, we celebrate the men and women whose defining moments became part of Everett's story and whose character continues to inspire Viking pride for generations to come. I welcome you all to the Everett High School Sports Hall of Fame ceremony. So today we're going to have some remarks from a couple student athletes that attend Everett High School. We will be hearing from Aruvma Diu and Emily Sandoval. Let's give them a round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emily Sandoval, and I am a senior at Everett High School. It is my honor to again welcome you to the Everett School Hall of Fame celebration. Today, we come together to recognize the incredible athletes, coaches, and contributors whose dedication and achievements have left a lasting legacy on Viking athletics. The Everett High School Hall of Fame is a representation of determination, pride, and dreams. As student athletes, it means a lot to know that the paths we walk on today were shaped by individuals who gave it all for themselves, for their team, and for our school. It is inspiring for us to know that the same field we train on, the same track we run on, and the same halls we walk were once used by people who have truly made a long-lasting impact on our school. It serves as a reminder that they were able to do great, amazing things, and that gives us the inspiration and belief that if someone from our school could do it, we can too. Your success becomes a source of strength and inspiration for us to chase our own goals with confidence and pride. And while the Hall of Fame serves as a reminder and inspiration to achieve greatness like students have done in the past, it also reminds us that greatness isn't measured in records or wins, but it is found in the moments you choose to keep going when things get hard, in the times you help your teammates up, and in the way you represent Everett with pride. It pushes me to be the best version of myself, not just for now, but for the future we hope to continue to shape. It builds a sense of pride in all of us knowing we are part of something bigger. It shows every student athlete like myself that their dreams can become reality. The Hall of Fame doesn't just honor the past, but it also shapes the future for athletes like myself and inspires us to dream big, work hard, and believe that we too can shape the future for athletes like ourselves. Congratulations to this year's inductees. We are honored to celebrate you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yerumba Dear Merci. I am a senior at Everett High School, and I am a proud three-sport athlete here. I play football, wrestle, and compete in track and field. Over my time here, I've been honored to serve as a two-time captain of the football team, to earn all conference honors, and to be recognized on the all-academic team. Each of these accomplishments means a great deal to me, not just because of the hard work it took, but because of the teammates, coaches, and community who stood alongside me. To me, the Hall of Fame is like our very own Mount Rushmore. It's where the best of the best are remembered, not only for their success, but for the way they inspired others and pushed past limits and just showed what it really means to be great. The Hall of Fame isn't just about winning trophies or breaking records. It's about guts, grit, and the determination to never give up no matter what obstacles stand in the way. As a current student athlete standing here today, the Hall of Fame is a constant reminder that it is possible for all of us to prove, and it proves that legends aren't born, they are built through hard work, perseverance, and the willingness to keep showing up every single day. It shows us that the journey matters just as much as the destination, and that true success comes from the lessons learned alongside the way. The Hall of Fame is more than a wall of names or a list of achievements. It's a celebration of teamwork, of passion, and the power of sports to bring people together. It inspires me, and I hope it inspires all of us to dream bigger, work harder, and believe in what we can accomplish. So today, as we celebrate these incredible individuals being honored, let's remember that the Hall of Fame is not just about the past, it's about the future. It's about carrying forward the same standard of excellence so that one day we too may inspire the next generation. On behalf of the students of Everett High School, I want to say congratulations to the 2025 Hall of Fame inductees. Your accomplishments inspire all of us, and we are proud to celebrate you this afternoon. Thank you.
Can we give it up another hand for our student athletes? All right. So this is our third year doing this here, and these classes keep getting better. And we started off with some great athletes, and Everett has a rich history of great athletes, and great teams. And so the first inductee that I will be doing will be a team induction, and it'll be our 1994 football team. 1954 football team. The 1954 Everett Vikings authored one of the proudest early chapters in school history. They finished undefeated and untied at 8-0. Cementing their legacy as early standard bearers for the Viking football team. Guided by a dedicated coaching staff that included Coach Ted Bauer and Coach Dean Shippey, the Vikings built their identity on toughness, discipline, and unity. Week after week, they overwhelmed their opponents with physical defense and timely balanced offense, setting a model future Everett teams would chase for decades. The 54 team stood as Everett's last unbeaten regular season squad for nearly 6 decades until a 2012 group matched that feat, underscoring the enduring significance of what this team accomplishment meant. Beyond the record, the 1954 Vikings helped establish Everett as a force in Lansing area football and inspired generations of athletes who followed. Their perfect season remains a touchstone of Viking pride and excellence. Their perfect run earned the squad enshrinement in the Greater Lansing Area Sports Hall of Fame class of 2009. Can we give him a hand?
So as you can imagine, 1954 was quite some time ago. So joining us today, we have the granddaughter of one of the team members of the 1954 team. So we're gonna welcome up Jennifer Henk.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an incredible honor to stand here today on behalf of our grandfather and great uncle, who were proud members of the 1954 Lansing Everett football team. To see their team inducted into the Vikings Hall of Fame is a moment our family will cherish forever. That 1954 squad wasn't just talented, they were tough, disciplined, and united. They represented the spirit of the school with pride, and their legacy echoed through generations. Our grandfather and great uncle often spoke about those days, not just the victories, but the friendships, the coaches, the long practices, and the pride of wearing that Everett jersey. Up until our grandfather died in 2018, he and the team members would get together for breakfast once a month to catch up on life and, of course, reminisce of their glory days on the team. If the team were standing here today, they would accept this award with great pride and would love to share with all of you their memories from that fantastic year. On behalf of them and all of the families of the players who are no longer with us, thank you for remembering their contribution. This honor means more than words can say. Thank you.
You get in there.
Thank you, ladies, for those wonderful remarks. So we only had one team that we were inducting this year, so at this time, we're gonna bring remarks from one of our 2023 Hall of Fame inductees, Mr. Ronnie Becker.
Hello, everybody. I am proud and honored to be here, and I would first like to thank all the people who are supporting our Hall of Fame, who have showed up and to honor their inductees. I'd like to thank Sharonda Hurd, who is the athletic director here, and LaToya Turner for starting this great accomplishment that we now are being entertained by and enjoyed, and to offer the opportunity for these young athletes to now be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm honored to be able to speak and to exemplify how important and how much it means to the people who are inducted into this. Being a Lansing boy, born and raised here, spent most of my life here teaching and coaching, and having been inducted into several of the Hall of Fames, national and state, this is still the most important one because this is where you grew up. These are the people that know you. So it's humbling and very honoring. I'd like to congratulate all the inductees, and I'm sure they all feel the same way about being here. I speak a little bit about the mentors that I had coming here, and you can tell how great they were, that some of them now being inducted in the Hall of Fame. I was fortunate enough to have Ted Bauer and Paul Powers and Dean Shippey as coaches and teachers. I also was fortunate enough to have Mr. Powers as my mentor for my student teaching when I student taught here. So these people are the ones that installed in me a lot of the things that I've carried out through my life. And it's fabulous that this is going on now and that all these people along the line will get honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Becker, for those defining moments that you shared. So now we will start our induction for our individual inductees. First being inducted is Carl Thomas. Carl Thomas, a 1987 graduate, was one of the Vikings' premier multi-sport standouts. In football, he earned Lansing All-Area honors at tight end, while in baseball, he was an all-district, all-conference pitcher and helped Everett reach the 1987 Class A state semifinals. On the hardwood, he powered Everett to back-to-back Class A district titles in '86 and '87, earned Capital Area Conference Player of the Year and Lansing State Journal Fab 5 recognition, received honorable mention All-State, and was a McDonald's All-American nominee. Statewide media also recognized him as a Detroit News All-Class A 4th team and Detroit Free Press All-Class 5th team selection as a senior. Contemporary LSJ coverage captured Carl's impact. I know there's some Big Reds in the audience, and I'm just gonna say that LSJ said that Carl Thomas gave the Big Reds the fits. As he led Everett's late season surge, Carl Thomas's legacy at Everett is defined not only by his multi-sport excellence, but by the relentless competitiveness and leadership that made him one of the most celebrated athletes of his era. Let's welcome Carl Thomas.
Okay, well, I didn't know I was going first. I was told the order was a little bit different. So if I start rambling a little bit, that's why. And Mom, Dad, I'll try not to cry like I did a few years ago at Eastern Michigan. But the first thing I wanted to say was thank you so much for the honor. I congratulate you guys as well. I couldn't ask for going for a better class than what I'm going to right now. Went to school with the three young ladies up front, and they were monsters in their sport as well. And obviously, Charles and I doing the things that we did together was special. But individually, my brother is great too, and you'll hear his story here in a second. But think about some of the things that happened when I was at Everett High School, and we talked about character. You know, one of the young people talked about character, and I have a poster in my office. I'm the head coach now at Cleary University. We're in our third year of the program, and it talked about character. And my mom gave me that poster, and it talks about your thoughts becoming your words, becoming your thoughts becoming your words becoming your actions, and your actions becoming your character. And I look at that poster every day, and it's a reminder of what my parents instilled in us. Right, I want to be known for the hard work that I put in, and the goals that I want to reach or just come secondary. But it's always about the work. And I tell my athletes right now that I coach, I don't care what happens at the very end, but if we work hard enough, we'll be successful. And I thought that's the way I carry myself in the classroom here at Everett, also on the football field, on the baseball diamond, and especially for those Big Reds, like LaToya said, who I gave fits on the basketball court. And that's a true story because I really did give Everett our Sexton fits on the basketball court. I felt sorry for him at the very end because my wife went to Sexton. I've been married to her 31 years, so I had a little sympathy for the Big Reds, and I married one of their own. So, but again, here at Everett, you know, growing, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my coaches. You know, John Mesner, football. We reached the playoffs, I think, at that time with a 7-2 record. First time I think in 34 years that had been done, so that was special. And we did it with 28 players. We started with 33, ended up with 28. Everybody was playing both ways. So that was something great that we were able to accomplish that way. On basketball, you Junior year, 21-4, fourth in the state. Lost to a tough Terry Mills, Mr. Basketball, in the quarterfinals in Charlotte. So we didn't get as far as we got. But that's a great feeling, being the only junior that played a lot. And Johnny Jones, we talked about coaches and what they mean to you. And, other than my father, and I thought I'm going to do it again. I promise I'm not going to try to do it again. But other than my father, Coach Jones is a baseball coach, basketball coach, and a mentor. Put a lot of stuff in me that I could believe I could do something and achieve the goals that I achieved. And I owe that a lot to Johnny Jones, a little skinny 170, 65-pound freshman walking those doors. And he saw something in me who he didn't have to give me an opportunity, but he did. And he kept working me when I was down. And when I was pretty good, he still told me I wasn't. So Coach Jones was all about the work. He's a guy from Missouri. He always say, I'm from the show me state. You got to show me, not talk about it. And I live with that motto today. It's all about the work. And in baseball, Jake Boss, took Charles down there under his wing. Had to have first hour gym class if you're going to be on the baseball team for Jake Boss, and I hated that, but we wanted to play baseball, so that's what you had to do. And but the relationship that we built with him to take Charles down under his wing the way he did, spring trainings in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and in Texas, being able to be state semifinalist our senior year. And Charles, you better get up here and talk about how you had 92 strikeouts going to that game and got knocked out in 2 innings. And did get to that 100 level you wanted to get to. So, 3 innings, sorry. But again, the memories on the field in the classroom here at Everett. I mean, I can remember walking the halls, and we were talking about earlier how, we had like 8 friends here, and I have 2 of them here right now, Tony Jordan and Tim Lewis. And we shared a locker for 4 years. I don't even know where my regular locker was until I think my senior year, because we had 8 guys and we shared 2 lockers for 4 years. For convenience, there's by the cafeteria, so it's convenient, so we did it. But it's one of the things, you come here, you meet great friends, and we played football together, basketball together, and baseball together. And it was a fun times here. I remember in one story, I remember in math class, Mr. Baker. And every time the fight song was played, he said, stop class. We had to stand up, and we had to sing the fight song. And I think I mouthed every single word of it because I didn't know what I was saying. But the school pride that he put into us in Algebra 1 as a freshman was something I carried on me my 4 years here. So I stand here to you today as a proud Everett Viking. I am very appreciative of this award and honor. I do not look upon it lightly. And what the young man, the football guy, said earlier is that it's not just about getting here, right? Getting here is great, but the experience that you have to enjoy them. If you worry about this part of it, you'll never reach your goals. You have to worry about the work. So anybody out there that's struggling to do something and they want to achieve their goals, forget about the end goal. Hit singles, as I tell my basketball team. Hit a bunch of singles, you'll eventually get that home run. Thank you very much.
Our next inductee is Ava Udvadia. Hold on. She shot out of the blocks like that, just like on track. That was good. She was ready. She was just listening. You see why she's being inducted. Reflexes. She is a 1985 graduate and is one of the most accomplished distance runners in school history, excelling in both cross country, track, and field. She's a fierce competitor with remarkable endurance and determination. She consistently elevated the standard for distance running in Lansing and across the state. In cross country, she quickly established herself as one of the top runners in Michigan. I'm going to say that part again. She quickly established herself as one of the top runners in the state of Michigan. She was a two-time all-area selection in 1984 and 85, the 1984 regional champion, and earned all-state honors that same year, cementing her reputation as a force in the grueling 5K distance. Her ability to maintain focus and push through physical and mental barriers set her apart as a leader and captain on Everett's team. On the track, her excellence was just as pronounced. She earned all CAC honors in both 1984 and 85, highlighted by an all-state selection in 1985. She dominated the middle and long-distance events, setting Everett's high school records and stood as benchmarks for excellence for the years to come. In the 800, she ran 2:24.8. In the 1600, she ran a 5.03. And in the 3200, 5. Wow. That was, she showed you the form. In the 3200, it was 11 minutes, 9 seconds, 0.8. These performances reflected not only her natural ability, but also her discipline and relentless work ethic. Let's give it up for Ava Uvadia. All right, go. Go. Congratulations.
Oh. Oops. Wow, thank you. I didn't know I was going to actually have to speak, but I am so honored to be here, and I am so honored to be here on the stage with this class. This was an amazing group, and I want to give a big shout out to all of my friends that came from all over to come and support me. Can you guys stand up? Yeah. So I need to say a thank you to two really important people that got me the start and got me the confidence to do these things, which I don't honestly remember that. Are you sure that I did those things? Yeah. So Coach Neely, cross-country coach, he got me out there, skinny little kid, 80 pounds, and he trained me to do things that I didn't think I could do. When the first time we had to do a long-distance run out to East Lansing, and he cheered us along in the car, running beside him. But he made us do things and encouraged us when we thought we couldn't do them. And I think that's kind of the essence of a coach, that they see what you can do before you even believe that you could do it yourself. And then Coach Brzee, track coach, and both of these men, I'm so sad that they're not here now. But yeah, so Coach Brzee, the heart of our team, and we were talking yesterday with Sherry and Dorothy about the team there in 85, our track team. That was an amazing team. It was an amazing team because of the talent of the women on the team, but I think it was the heart of the women on the team and the support that we held each other with that made it. The other people that I really need to thank are my family. My mom and my dad and my sister came to every single meet. My baby sister's out there right now. And a very, very good friend, Betsy Montavon. So I was telling somebody this story that I actually didn't set out to be a runner. I was inspired by Magic Johnson as a fifth grader. He was winning the national championship. I wanted to be a basketball player. There were times when I was out in Atwood Park in that lone basketball court out there practicing my baskets before school. I didn't make it. I tried out for every sport that had a ball, and I didn't make it. But I did make the track team in junior high, and I started running around the neighborhood, and Betsy, who lived in the Highland townhouses, we lived in village townhouses, she saw me out running, and she said, "Hey, I'm training for this 10,000 meter run." I'm like, "What's 10,000 meters?" And she said, "Well, come on. Well, I have this training program from Runner's World. Why don't we do it together?" And Betsy really was the one that got me started in distance running. My parents, when I told them I'm going to run 10,000 meters, they're like, "Girls don't run 10,000 meters. You know, that might impact your ability to have children in the future. You shouldn't run 10,000 meters." But anyway, those were the influences that that really got me running. And I think just the other people that I really want to thank from just remembering walking the halls of Everett is the really fantastic educational foundation that I got here. With Mr. Knopfsinger in chemistry, Mr. Baker in math, Mr. Davis in history and psychology, and Mrs. Harlow in English. They really got me set up to succeed in that other thing that I went pro in, which was science. So, yeah. So, family, friends, fabulous teammates, and awesome mentors and coaches. I think that kind of defines the Everett experience that I had. And really, really happy to be here and happy to see old friends. And congratulations to all of you guys, and thanks for being here. Thanks. Thank you, Ava. You never know where your inspiration is going to come from, so great stories to share. Our next inductee is Charles Thomas, a 1987 graduate, was a dynamic three-sport standout who quarterbacked the Vikings to the program's first ever Capital Area Conference Football Championship in 1986. Earning first team All-Area, All-Conference honors that fall. On the hardwood, he helped Everett capture back-to-back Class A district titles in 86 and 87. Picked up All-Area, All-Conference recognition as a senior, and was a McDonald's All-American nominee. On the diamond, Thomas excelled as a pitcher, earning All-Conference and All-District honors in 1987. His versatility and leadership anchored one of Everett's most successful mid-'80s runs. Charles Thomas' impact on Everett athletics is remembered not only through the championships and accolades, but also through his drive, leadership, and ability to elevate every team he represented, securing his place among the school's most celebrated athletes. Let's welcome Charles Thomas.
Hello, everybody. I don't even know where to start because Carl, being a twin, and you go after him like he's going to say all the same things I'm going to say. So I don't really know where to start with that. First off, I would like to do like you guys. I congratulate all you guys. It's a great class we're going in with, so my hat's off to you. Secondly, to committee, voting me on here. Every time you're part of something, you're part of a team, you never play for things like this. And Carl had notes and all that stuff. Anybody knows me, I just talk. So I'll try to keep it at my time, but I just talk, so I have nothing written down. So everything I'm saying is from the heart. And honestly, my time here at Everett, when I think about it, that's what it was. It was really, everything was from my heart. My friendships, my hardships too. Everything I did was from my heart. So, and it started with one of my closest friends who came all the way here from Houston, Texas, Dan Robinson. He actually went to Sexton, which is bad. But, you know, when you're in school, right, it's the friendships that you forge and that you hold on to. And I have three guys that I really hold on dearly to my heart for over 40 years. He's one of them. The other two are Anthony Lamont Jordan. Raise your hand, Tony. Get your government. And Timothy Lavelle Lewis, yours too. So those two guys, those three, Lavelle, those three are probably my closest friends other than my brother. And honestly, when you become good at certain things, you get pushed. Dan was so good when we were younger, like, I mean, I hate saying this is not a racial thing, but he's a white boy that was bad as hell, you know? And around the block, we wanted to be like him, you know? And then you get to school, I got Tim, you know, when I'm thinking I'm good, Tim's telling me I'm not good. So not only do I have my father telling me that, I got my best friend telling me that too. And Tony was like my agent from day one. Like, Tony was my hype man. Tony was the guy I went to when I was down. I don't want to bring up old stuff, but Tony was the guy I got in a car accident with on my 17th birthday, and we lived through that to tell about it. Like, I've done everything good and bad with Tony Jordan. So those three guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Hold them dear to my heart. But I honestly wouldn't be here, not because of birth, but I wouldn't be here without my father, Charles I. That man pushed me like no other. So without him, I wouldn't be standing before you. Without him, I wouldn't have had a college career. Without him, I definitely wouldn't have had a pro career. Because the things he instilled in my brother and I never forgot. And as a coach today, I'm going to year 20 as an assistant coach at Division I level. And I still try to do the same things to the players I coach today, is the things that he instilled in me at a young age, when he put the ball in our hands at about 6 months old. And thank God for him, too. Like, we played 3 sports. We didn't specialize in one, because you never know what you're going to be great at. You know, but once we got going, we tried to be great in everything. And Dad, I thank you a lot for that. And Mom, you already know, you gave me birth, so you're my best friend, so that's without being said. So I appreciate the support from all you guys. Person that came late into my life, my fiance, Carrie Crockett, sitting back there, three-sport athlete herself. You know, she's an All-American and everything, and she keeps me going now. So I had it early, I had it in the middle, and I'm still getting it today. So I've always had good people in my life pushing me, and I think that's what being a Hall of Famer is. It has nothing to do with the court. It's what you do with the things that you learn, and how you get out there and perform, how you act with people off the field or off the court, how you do with your teachers in the classroom. I don't want to talk about all the teachers because we had all the same teachers, so I don't want to keep saying their names, but you know, all of them were really great and instilled a lot in us as well. When I talk about our 3 coaches, Carl brought them up. John Mesner, he motivated me, and I don't want to say anything bad about him. That fool didn't start me as a junior, and we were 2-7. We were 2-7. But honestly, I believe in God too. It wasn't my time. It wasn't my time my junior year. My senior year, he starts me. She told you everything that I did and we did as a team, and we went 7-2, and I led that team. I think that's because I didn't play that much on the offensive side of the ball, you know, as a junior. Same thing in basketball. Carl said he was the only junior that really got to play significant minutes. I started to play more towards the end of the year. But Johnny Jones tried to get me to understand, and you know you did this, tried to get me to understand not just scoring is going to make you great. That man convinced me that getting rebounds and getting assists were going to be my ticket. And I didn't know you were right, but I'm glad you were, because it got me a long way. And then in baseball with Jake Boss, that man believed in me other than my father. That man believed in me more than anybody. Like, he really, really put that ball in my hand, taught me everything about pitching, got me tryouts with the Toronto Blue Jays, got me drafted late in the 90th rounds. I'll say that, not that many rounds right now, by the Toronto Blue Jays, but I wouldn't even have liked baseball that much if it wasn't for Jake Boss. My dad, to this day, and my grandfather, may rest his soul, they thought I was stupid for playing basketball, even though I had a 17-year career. They thought I should have played baseball. And Dad, maybe you're right. but basketball was so fun, so I'm glad I did that. To all my family, my kids, I have 6 kids. 5 of them are here. Ashley, stand up. You're the oldest. Just had my grandson, Bodie. Stand up, Ashley. Just had my grandson, Bodie. Got to see him for the first time today. My oldest son, Trey, he's not here right now. He was at the football game yesterday. My next one, I have 5, so be bear with me if I forget their names. I'm just playing. My next one is Caden. Caden, stand up real quick. That's my warrior right there. I love that kid. And I'll give you one quick thing before I get out of here. That young man there battled cancer at the age of 19. And, damn it. I love my kids. He's a special. I actually delivered him. Yeah, I pulled you out, son. So my relationship with him is different. But the things he went through at 19, just imagine being a parent. And I know we've all lost people, but imagine being a parent and you find out your 19-year-old has cancer. But because of him and his strength, I got through it. So, Caden, I love you and I appreciate that. And Dad every single day thinks about that when I want to give up. So I appreciate that. My next one is Carter. Carter Christian, that's my dog. Like, that's my twin. Like, he's just like me. He should be standing up here for his school. At some day. Three-sport guy himself. He's an amazing young man. My next one is Chase. Chase, you stand up real quick. Hurry up, only got another 30 seconds. Just graduated from East Kentwood. He's going to Grand Rapids Community College, and he's going to try for the basketball team, so good luck to you. My baby, Channing Phillips, stand up, hurry up. Wave to everybody. That's the next Thomas that hopefully does some great things and is standing on a podium someday like your dad. So the things I do now are because of them, and I'm going to continue to try to do great things because of them. But I really appreciate what I'm trying to say in closing is without all the support of the people I just named, from the beginning to right now, there's no Charles Thomas. So I really thank you all, and I love you. Appreciate it.
All right. The next one coming to the stage. Get all these track stars. Don't go yet. I have Dorothy Washington. Dorothy is a 1985 graduate, and she established herself as one of the school's most accomplished multi-sports athletes, excelling in both track and basketball. She earned recognition as a 1984 and 1985 All-CAC track and field selection, as well as all-area honors in both years. Her outstanding performances also placed her among the all-state track and field athletes in 1984. On the track, Dorothy set Everett school records in the 100-meter hurdles at 14.7 seconds and the 300-meter hurdles at 46.5 seconds, marks that stood as a testament to her speed, strength, and technical skill. Beyond the track, she was also a standout basketball player, contributing significantly to Everett's athletic legacy. Dorothy's athletic career reflects her versatility, determination, and enduring impact on Lansing area sports history. Let's give it up for Dorothy Washington.
I'd just like to thank the people that coordinated this event. It was a great surprise to me when I found out that Everett was even doing Hall of Fame inductions, and then to know that I was going to be a part of it this year. And it was very meaningful because over the years, I do not have any of my track scrapbook memorabilia in it or anything like that. So it just felt like another chance for me to have those memories re-encapsulated and just another way to have something to carry with me for the future. So I really, really appreciate it to know that I was going to be an inductee. And one of the other surprises was when Keith White gave me a call was I didn't even realize that I still held 2 records at LCC in the high jump, in both indoor and outdoor. So I was very surprised about that. And the only reason why I guess he knew is because he had a couple records there too. And in the beginning, when I walked the halls here at LCC, I guess my track career started off when I got here. I never really ran or thought I would participate in sports when I was growing up. I was always an outdoor kid, but when I came to Everett, I had graduated from Gardner where I didn't even make the track team. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm not fast enough to make the track team. But when I got over here to Everett, they had hurdles, so I just said, well, since I'm not fast, I'll just try out for the hurdles. Maybe I can be fast enough to win a hurdle race. And I tried out for the hurdles, and that became my bread and butter because I learned through Coach Brzee. He gave me a book to study how hurdlers hurdle, like their body position, how their lead leg should go, where their trail leg knee should be, where your foot should be, and all that to clear a hurdle, and the rhythm of the steps between the hurdles. So when he gave me that book and showed me a video, which I thought he kind of went out of his way to do, but I think he noticed, that I might have something there with the hurdles if I just knew the mechanics and the technique of it. And I did. Once I got that rhythm, that was all she wrote. So I started winning hurdle races, and I just really enjoyed it. It was more fun than anything. It wasn't even about the winning sometimes. It was just about fun. And so sometimes I would come to school after me and Sherry and Ava and all of us had a track meet together. We'd come to school, hear our names on the announcements. Each one of us probably had 5 or 6 things where we won first place in. They would just go through all the things that they would announce your name and what all you won, and people would look at me like, you did all of that? That's a lot of stuff. So yeah, I would just try to be versatile. I would try the shot put, the long jump, the high jump, just whatever somebody just needed covered in that track meet, I would just do it. And because I never knew what I would be good at. I never wanted to limit myself. And that's the thing everybody should carry with them. Just never limit yourself. Try new things. Become a well-rounded person. I'm not a perfect person, but I do try to just learn. I mean, never give up on learning. Never stop becoming a better person each day. And that's really important for everybody to do. So I thank my family for coming out here, joining me, my daughter and her partner, and my 3 grandchildren. And and my friend Lisa Benjamin. Is that you, Lisa? Okay. All right. All-time best friend, Lisa Benjamin. So, and one of my neighbors from down the street. How you doing there, Mr. Danny? I appreciate his support. I mean, we reconnected the other day, and he was coming down the street in front of my house. So I just appreciate the people who their light shine, and we're kind of magnetic, drawn to each other, and we're able to be a blessing to somebody sometimes. So all of you here, just continue to be a blessing to the people you can be a blessing with. Let your light shine, and just be the best person you can be, and create good memories for the remaining of the time you have here. And thank you to all my teammates. I had a great time with you yesterday and in school, and I look forward to staying connected with you and keeping up with you going forward. And thank you all for your support.
Man, I don't know if you noticed the pictures of Dorothy's jumps, but did she have some ups? I mean, did you see what was that, the high jump? Or were you backwards? Wow. Okay, so, and I also wanted to say, wow, thank you for sharing, Charles. Talk about, defining moments and that lasting character. So, thank you. So, a few months ago, I talked to the sprightest guy I could even imagine. His name was Henry Patino. He's a 1964 graduate, made his mark early, emerging as one of Everett's most outstanding athletes during his high school years. From 1961 through 1964, Patino combined raw speed, technical excellence, and competitive toughness to elevate Everett track and field. In his senior season, Patino's performances were nothing short of spectacular. At the Michigan Class A state meet in Ann Arbor, Patino captured state championships in high hurdles, low hurdles, and as part of the 880-yard relay team. His winning time in the 120 or 120-yard high hurdles was 14.3 seconds, enough to secure the title by a narrow margin and to be recognized in the Lansing State Journal as one of the meet's great individual performances. He also ran the low hurdles to victory. Within Lansing, Patino holds the city records in both high hurdles and the low hurdles, benchmarks that reflect both his outstanding speed and consistency. Henry Patino's 1964 season remains a high watermark for Lansing track and field. The Lansing State Journal chronicled how his triple victory at the state meet helped lift Everett to a strong placing in the state standings. His speed, form, and competitive fire defined an era, inspiring teammates and successors alike. Let's welcome Henry Patino.
Thank you very much. First thing I want to say is, in 7th grade, my coach said, "You'll never make it in the hurdles. Just forget about it." That's what got me going. I didn't forget about it. I went on. I'm proud to be inducted today into the Lansing Everett Hall of Fame. Thanking the Hall, the board, and today's inductees. Any elite athlete knows and understands the superpower we possess. When we get into the zone, we can slow down time, be into our own world, not hear, not see anything, until whoosh, when you come out of it, and the crowd is applauding. I was very proud of my accomplishments in track and field, but more so, my wonderful teachers, my wonderful coaches, and my coach, Ron Barr, who passed away a couple of years ago. I'm sorry I didn't get to see him. I love the guy. He was so special to me. He gave me character. He gave me hope. He gave me part of his life, too, which was wonderful. I hope I have passed this on to my children. I think I have, the character that I developed here. I'd like to reach out and say hi to my two sisters who've always been here. Stand up, Olga, Stella. They are also both Everett alumni. Ms. Turner, thank you very much for your patience, kindness, She's a true embodiment of the Everett spirit. Thank you so much. Short and sweet.
Wow. We have amazing athletes and student athletes and just human beings that have walked these halls here at Everett High School. And many of them have taken different types of inspiration and motivation to encourage them to do amazing things here at Everett High School. And so, you know, I just want you to reflect on that for a moment. Just think about, if anyone's ever told you, I've heard a couple people say, people have told them they couldn't do things. People have told them what they, oh, that's not the sport for you. And so they pushed, kind of helped them go to another area. And when they went to that other sport, they excelled in that one too. And so just sometimes remember in life, as you go through and you deal with certain things, especially as we get a little older, you might hear, you won't be able to walk those stairs like you used to. You got to think about, okay, what can I do? Become motivated. Take the elevator. So just begin to think and reflect, all right? Our next inductee, I actually had the privilege of being here at Everett while this person was here. I was a little bit older than her, but man, it was amazing watching her and going and seeing her in the sports and in track and basketball on the court. I would love to watch her up there on the hoop. Boy, she could hoop, she could play. Still looks like she got some game in her. And that's Sherry Tree. Sherry Tree is a 1985 graduate and distinguished herself as one of Everett's premier multi-sports athletes. In basketball, she played on the basketball team, and like I said, she could really play. She could shoot, she could dribble, she was an all-around great player. But then she really excelled when she hit that track. When she hit the track, she was one of the premier sprinters and team leaders during the 1980s. A two-time team captain, she earned back-to-back selections as an all-area team in 1984 and 85, and was recognized as a first-team All-CAC honoree in both years. Her outstanding performances also earned her consecutive All-State honors. Back-to-back All-State honors in 1984 and 85, placing her among the very best athletes in Michigan. On the track, Sherry set school records that showcased her speed and competitive spirit, including a 25.1 in the 200 meters and a 57.3 in the 400 meters. Achievements that, those are, go ahead, give it up. These achievements stood as benchmarks of excellence for Everett athletes who followed. Sherry Tree's legacy here at Everett is one of speed, leadership, excellence for making her a true standard bearer for the program, and deserving inductee into the Hall of Fame here at Everett. Give it up for Sherry Tree.
Well, thank you. It is an honor to be here. It's an honor to be amongst all of these guys on this stage, because I got the pleasure of being not only running with them, but also watching them and how amazing they were. So kudos to all you guys. I also want to thank the committee. This event is an amazing event. LaToya, the hard work she does, what we have watched her, and how much effort she puts in this is amazing. So thank you to the committee. Thank you to LaToya. There's a couple people that really influenced me throughout my sports career. First and foremost, my parents. My mom and dad were very, very supportive when it come to my sports. From 7th grade all the way through high school, they never missed one track meet, one basketball game. I kept them busy, but they were always right there to support me. They were always in the stands, which always meant a lot to me. They also, what they would do is they would send me out to MSU track camp starting in 7th grade. And there I met a gentleman, Coach Bibbs, who molded me from 7th grade all the way through. And what was so special about him is he really cared about every kid that was there, and he would try to teach you as much as he knew. And I remember when I went back in 8th grade, I told him, one day I'm coming here. And I said, one day I'm going to get a scholarship and I'm coming here. And he told me, if you work hard, you can accomplish your goal. And it was special to me my senior year when he's the one that came and presented me with my scholarship to MSU. It meant a lot that he took the time to present it to me. The other one is Coach Brzee. Hands down, Coach Brzee was a man that he cared about his athletes, not only about what events you did, but he cared about your personal life. He cared about family values. He would teach you moral values. And he had to put up with a bunch of teenage girls, and he was amazing at it. He made sure that we all had a place. We all worked as a team. He taught us to be together, to cheer each other on, and his spirit and what he put into us, that's why our track team was so amazing, because we all actually liked each other and cared about each other. But all of that came from him. And KT running around the track all over with him, his daughter. So I really appreciated Mr. Brzee, the whole staff, coaches, Coach Jones, Coach Warman, just so many good people, and we had hands-on influencers. The people that influenced us touched us on a daily basis. And that's one thing I could say to kids these days: put down your phone and actually listen and hear the stories of your teachers, of your peers, and get to know people. Get to know them, appreciate them, and all you'll do is be successful. I want to thank my husband, Charlie, for being here, my son, Jordan, the joy of my life, and just thank you very much for this honor.
Wow, a common theme is, thanking your parents. They are such impactful individuals in our lives, especially when you're young and getting into new things in various sports. I just want to encourage everyone to just think about, having that support system is so important in building your foundation. And, not all of the kids today have that kind of support. So if you're ever available and have free time, please look into when our current athletic events are happening and just think about attending and supporting some of these kids, because, not everyone has parents that are able to make their games, and it would be so much fun to see our stands filled like they used to be in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. So bringing back that Viking pride and continuing our legacies will be just amazing. We're going to continue on to our last individual inductee, Paul Powers. From the class of 1953, he was one of the most accomplished multi-sport athletes of his era. A fierce competitor and natural leader, Paul earned all-state honors twice as a football center and served as co-captain of the varsity football team, where he was a 4-year standout. His athletic excellence extended well beyond the gridiron. He was also a 4-year member and captain of the baseball team, as well as a 3-year contributor on the basketball court. After graduation, Paul dedicated his career to Lansing Everett as a physical education teacher, instilling in his students the same discipline and passion that defined his own athletic journey. He returned to the football field as a varsity football coach during the 1970s, where he mentored a new generation of Vikings and later served a brief tenure as athletic director, continuing his commitment to the growth of Everett athletics. Paul's life was unfortunately cut short when he passed away from cancer in 1987, but his legacy has endured. Fondly remembered as both a remarkable athlete and an inspiring educator, his influence is permanently etched into the Everett community. His contributions on the field and in the classroom embody the spirit of Viking pride and make him a most deserving inductee into our Sports Hall of Fame. If you're not familiar with Paul Powers, you may notice that there is a plaque near the front main office area dedicated to him by the class of 1964. So that shows you just how impactful Paul Powers' contributions to Everett High School has been throughout the years. Today, we have Dr. Charles Tucker accepting on the behalf of Paul Powers.
I'd like to say thanks, giving honor to God, and thank you for inviting me to accept this award for Paul Powell. And congratulations to the Hall of Famer. And I think I've been here about 4 times to accept awards for different people, so this will be my last one because they tell how old I am. But I was asked to accept, Magic had asked me to accept it for him. And then Michelle Smith, who had cancer, she had asked me to accept it for her. So then they asked me to accept it for Paul Powell. Then I had 2 other ones at 2 other schools I accepted. So I'm going to stop because I'm not getting one, so. Yeah, but, first of all, when I see people out in the audience and I hear everyone come up here and have given everybody their accolades for their support, and I think that is one of the most important things in the world. You cannot make it without support, so I think all of you guys are Hall of Famers out there, seriously. Give them a hand. And I know some of the struggle that you go through trying to help others. And I know Mr. Thomas, I think, I knew you when Charles and the twin was like 3 years or 5 years of age, and they was bad. Woo! They were terrible. And I know that's go for a lot of other parents and relatives too, so you deserve to be Hall of Famer yourself, and that's on a serious note. And I accept this award for Paul Powers with great gratitude. One reason, Paul was a great coach. I think I was here in 73. I came to Everett in 73 as a psychologist for a while. And Paul was just a magnificent coach. He had a lot of power. But the most important thing why I agreed to accept this was because Paul was a great man. He was a great man. And one of the things that Paul did, in 71, they had begun busing students. Mostly the kids came here on the bus, was supposed to go to Sexton. They did not want to be here. And the teachers and students did not want them here. So that was tough times. And Paul was one of the first one as a teacher to really embrace the transformation of students to allow them to be comfortable and survive. And he used his skill and his power systematically and very skillfully to make teachers be better. And so I just think that's one of the reasons I was glad to accept his award, because he just was a great individual and he made life better for everyone. And now it's still carrying over. So I'm very thankful to accept this award.
And so as we come to the end of our inductees, I want to take a moment to, I know you heard, as Dr. Tucker mentioned, a lot of people giving thanks and appreciation to people who inspired them and who were very inspirational and instrumental in their lives and in what they did as far as their athletic accomplishments. But I also want to take a moment to acknowledge and have a moment of silence for those coaches, those teachers, those teammates, those individuals, people who, you know, they're not here, but we can still honor them. And so I want to take this moment to honor them, because without them, you know, we don't know if we would have had the same level of success that we experienced and that we are being recognized for today. So I'd like to take and have a moment of silence at this time. Thank you. And at this time, we will have Ms. LaToya come up with closing remarks.
Wow, so let's just give our inductees another round of applause. And I'll say, Dr. Tucker, if this is going to be one of your last time accepting an award, we deeply, deeply, deeply thank you for your time. And just knowing that with time and age comes wisdom and knowledge, and we appreciate the things that you share with us, because we do like to know and need to know our history. So thank you. So our inductees have all shared some defining moments, and you have seen how that has created that lasting character. And as the chairwoman of our Sports Hall of Fame committee, I just want to say thank you to all of our inductees. They're all really amazing people. To all of you in the audience for supporting them. That's so important and appreciated. And we just love building that Viking prowess and legacy. Ooh, thank you. So I just want to say that with all of the things that go into hosting and doing an event like this, you know, it makes us so proud to see how impactful this is to our inductees, and we appreciate every moment of it. It takes a lot of people to do something like this, so I really want to thank our Lansing School District for providing all of the media, all of the custodial support that goes into the setup and breakdown of everything that we have for you all, the caterers, the decorators, just all the things, everyone on the Sports Hall of Fame committee that does the research and finding these athletes and their accolades. It really does take a village, so just want to let you all know that you are appreciated. And I also want to make an acknowledgement, thank you. And you heard from our ladies that are just so amazing, all of these track stars and cross country, and you know, a coach that they've mentioned time and time again was Coach Brzee, and so I just wanted to acknowledge his daughter in the audience. Katie, if you would like to stand and just wave. So truly honoring a remarkable human being. So with that, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for coming to our 3rd annual Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We are looking forward to continuing this tradition. We're always looking for support, so you know, if you see our alumni lurking around the halls and they're like, hey, are you an alum? Please pass on your information, because we would like to keep in contact and continue this legacy of pride. So with that, I will let you all go and say thank you and tell the DJ to cue the music. Let's go.